What's keeping you from going and playing your favorite video game right now? Probably has to do with the fact that you've played it so many times, you've seen all it has to offer. Well, my game fixes this problem, and it does it with procedural generation. Every time you open the door, a new, unique map specific to you will be generated. This gives my game infinite replayability, as you'll be exploring a new map every time you set out for adventure. Currently, there are 8 different rooms that you can find while exploring, with the ability to easily add more in the future. The level generation is handled by a plugin I found and edited online. However, all of the code and functionality in the rest of my game was made by myself 100% from scratch. While 8 rooms might not seem like a lot, every room's loot and look is procedurally generated as well, meaning each room will look different and have different loot every time you come across it. Due to the nature of the game, sometimes you can get lost in a maze, so throwing down flares as sort of breadcrumbs to help yourself find your way home can be a good idea. While exploring the level, your job is to pick up as many items as you can from the 45 plus items available to you. However, some things like graphics cards and weapons will spawn less often, making them worth more to shop. However, be careful, because the artificially intelligent AI roaming the halls will attack you on sight. Each enemy is assigned a random amount of health and attack damage to players at the beginning of each level, meaning that there is a new challenge posed to the player each time the player comes in contact with an enemy. Crouching decreases the chances of an enemy spotting you, giving my game an element of stealth. Once your inventory is full, take it back to a familiar face supply company and sell it off for cash. This store clerk is guaranteed to have the best prices, especially considering he drove every other shop out of business. After selling off your items, you can use your newfound riches to buy an upgraded weapon, flare, ammo, or an expensive super secret item that you'll have to play for yourself in order to find what it does. The store clerk will periodically call out to you, trying to get you to come shop at his store.
Treat it real informal here.
What's up, everybody?
And you and I get to interact at a real fun level. So grateful to you. Many, many thanks. As always, we thank you so much for your time.
Alright, now that you know a little bit about my game, let's take a deep dive into the code and see how it all works. Whoa, wait a minute. Code on any scale is going to look impressive to an untrained eye, and they're not going to know what it means. So instead of showing you my actual code, let me walk you through the logic in the way that anybody can understand. Well, it's relatively simple. You see, in my game, there's one master item blueprint with its own default set of item data values. And this is the parent of every other item in my game, all of which have their own unique set of item data values. And item data can be anything from 3D models, descriptions, names, weight, and worth. And this item data can be called from any other script in my game to add functionality. Take the inventory system for an example. The player's inventory is simply an array of item data classified by the player's interaction with the world. If the player buys or interacts with an item, that item data is then added to the inventory array. When the player opens their inventory, this array is then listed, and all of the item weight values are added up and then displayed at the bottom of the screen. The procedural loot spawn is also pretty interesting. All the loot spawn is an actor with an item data array in it similar to the inventory, except for this one is preset by me in the editor. When generated, these spawners pick an item from their array and spawn it at their location, and can be used to easily add loot to any new rooms I add in the future. My game also comes with complete sounds and animations. The player also has the ability to lean left and right around corners to get a better angle. And while I didn't make all the sounds myself, I did spend a lot of time adding reverb to make it sound like you're in an underground bunker. And some animations like the interact animation and the knife animations were made by myself. I would love to continue working on this in the future, even after the competition. So make sure you hit the my itch page and download my game, and DM me with any bugs that you find while playing. Thank you so much, and game on.